Listening to The Sports Nuts.
And good afternoon or good evening, and welcome to another edition of Wrestletalk. My name's Ralph Williams. I am your host here for the Wrestletalk show, along with my co-host Smokin, Jim Frazier, who is by way of the phone. And we are here on the Sports Nuts Network, and we're also live on YouTube, Facebook, and also on the Twitter X platforms. And we're going to be here until 6 o'clock p.m. talking wrestling. We have a lot to talk about. WWE. Wait till you hear some of the stuff I have to tell you here that's going on. We are live on 95.5 KFCE in Terrell, Texas. Also the TigerNation.com, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and their network. 93.3. We're at KGR in Seattle and Hawaiian Sports Network. Thank you guys for having us. Aloha to all of our Hawaiian friends. 97.5 The Ticket in Montgomery, Alabama, and also on AM 610 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And also we are on the Roar in Easley, South Carolina, 105.5, and WGR in also 550 AM in Buffalo, New York. And we're also 12 major countries all across the world, including Australia, Africa, China, several countries all across the world. Here we are broadcasting live, and we are Wrestletalk here. And let me see where we're at here. Somebody checking in here. And hello, says Elizabeth. Thank you very much, Elizabeth Rutherford. Thank you for tuning in to the Wrestletalk show. And again, please don't forget to like and subscribe to all of our social media platforms as well. Smokin, Jim Frazier, how are you today? Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. This is my most favorite thing to do all week.
I know you say that every week. All right, Let's get this show on the road, as they say. But first, as we do every week, we got to pay a couple bills. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning, 724-201-0500. Mata is our studio sponsor. We're here at Studio 10 in Berlin, Maryland. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning, 724-201-0500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. I'll tell you what, the cold temperatures in Western Pennsylvania, you better call Mata today and have them fix your furnace. Snow melt, UV lighting are also part of what they do. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. Tell them Ralph Williams sent you. All right. Also, we're sponsored by Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland, 410-596-1681. Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland, for all your real estate needs, rentals, short-term rentals, anything you need of that type, give Mike a call today. Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland. All right. We have a new sponsor today, Globe Life. American Income Life Insurance. American Income Life Insurance is one of the best life insurance companies in the world. They are under the umbrella of Globe Life. And call Tyler Terry today at American Income Life Insurance. He will set you up with the right plan at the right price that'll fit your budget and that will help your family. Look, I can't emphasize more. Get life insurance. I've been there. I've done that. I've done some. I've been executors of estates, and let me tell you something right now. If you don't have life insurance, you are going to be up a creek, because I'm going to tell you right now, you need to get that done. Tyler Terry, call him today, 814-592-0601. Tell him you heard it here on the Wrestletalk show with me, Ralph Williams, Smokin, Jim Frazier, every single Tuesday, 5 to 6 p.m., and we're on our social media platforms as well. All right, Mickey Delaney checking in. Thank you, Mickey. Also, we have, all right, I got you. Yep, I don't know what that says, but who cares? All right, so anyway, yeah, how you doing there, Mickey? Thank you for being part of the program as well. All right, Smokin' Jim, let's get started here. WWE, last night on Raw, Adam Pearce is starting to crack the whip on the division, going after them last night, having them do their are participating outside the ring of their match in the 6-man match to make sure it was fair. And you know, Rey Mysterio just did what Division did and just went ahead and picked up the brass knuckles and got the win for his team, which was Penta and Dragon Lee. And I'm so happy that that happened to Division last night, because it's about time Adam Pearce take control of his program and his show. I don't know what's going to happen beyond that. I'm getting tired of Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree. And a few other things, but I thought Raw was pretty decent last night. We have Saturday night's main event coming up in Royal Rumble. Go ahead, Smokin' Jim.
Yeah, first of all, congratulations, Ralph, on your prediction that Indiana University would win their
thank you
national championship.
I appreciate that.
I was going back and forth last night because I had heavy money on Miami. So
take your L, Jim. Take your L. Take your L, Jim. You're gonna hear that Wednesday night. Take your L, Jim.
Yeah. I was going back and forth on the wrestling, but I was like you. I was great. I was happy to see Mysterio win it there.
Yeah, that was a good. I thought that was a good match there, and we have this fatal 4-way coming up at the. I'm not sure. I believe it's a Saturday night's main event. It could be at the Royal Rumble. Trick Williams is involved in this. I think Sami Zayn and 2 other guys are involved in this match. Fatal 4-way. It's on SmackDown, I believe. It's going to be 2, or it's on Saturday night's main event, one or the other, to get a number 1 contender for Drew McIntyre's title. If someone was to win this thing here, what do you think would happen, Smokin' Jim? Do you think they could beat Drew, or do you think Drew's going to hold on to it until WrestleMania and fight Cody? Because the rumor I'm hearing, Cody's going to win the Royal Rumble. So,
you know me, I've been saying this for years. I just think that Drew McIntyre is just a phenomenal, physical specimen. I don't think anybody can beat him. I think he's going to hold on to the title for a while. I know Trick Williams will never beat him. I think this is the year Drew.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see here what we got next week. We have a bunch of stuff. Oh, Damian Priest is involved in that match too. It's Damian Priest, Trick Williams. I'm trying to remember who the other 2 are that are involved in that match. That's coming up, I believe, either this Friday or at Saturday night's main event. They're supposed to have this fatal 4-way to determine who is going to be the number 1 contender for Drew's title. Now, my next question to you, Smokin' Jim, is, and there's a lot of questions here, this could happen at either Royal Rumble or it could happen this Saturday. AJ Styles versus Gunther. And if AJ loses this match, he is forced to retire. Now, let me explain something to everybody here. AJ Styles, this is it for him. This year is his last year. He's done wrestling. His contract runs out around, I think, SummerSlam, somewhere like that. They're going to have him go out with some respect and dignity and whatnot, or whatever, retirement match. I don't know what that's going to be. So if you're going to have a retirement match at the end of the year, I don't see AJ losing this match against Gunther if that happens. Smokin' Jim, what do you think?
Nobody can beat Gunther. They better figure out something, a disqualification or something, because Gunther put AJ to sleep.
Yeah, that could happen. Gunther's on a roll. He's looking to get that title back. And if I'm CM Punk, I'd be very careful. I know he's got the vision in the background here, trying to come after him. But I would worry about Gunther more than I would worry about that. All right, here we are. This is for Saturday night's main event this week, Smokin' Jim. We'll go over these matches. Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. What do you see in this match?
Jacob.
Yeah, that could happen. We'll see. But Cody's already qualified for the Royal Rumble, or already has his name in the Royal Rumble match. I think he's going to pursue that match and win. Okay, here's your fatal four-way. Randy Orton.
Who you think's going to win?
I think Cody will win. I think he'll pull it out. I like Jacob Fatu. I think he's up and coming. I'm interested to find out where Roman Reigns has been at lately. I know he was done with that one movie. He was supposed to come back. I was hoping he would be back soon. Also, Smokin' Jim, there's going to be a debut at the Royal Rumble real quick here. And or not a debut, but a return of Chris Jericho. I hear Jericho's going to be in the Royal Rumble match. And that's going to be his return to the WWE. He wants to finish his career with the WWE. I hear the Hardys want to do so as well, and a few other well-known names out there that with other wrestling companies that want to finish their career. I heard Dustin Rhodes wants to come and finish his career in the WWE as Goldust, or maybe just Dustin Rhodes. I don't know, but we'll find out. I hear he wants to finish his career if it's not already finished. I know he sustained an injury in a match in AEW or ROH or whatever, and he's been out for a little bit. But I hear he's contracted as a trainer for AEW. He's training wrestlers, so we'll see where that goes. But there's some rumors out there about he wants to come and finish his wrestling career as well in the WWE. It's great to see Matt Cardona back, but not as Zack Ryder as Matt Cardona. That was the agreement that was made for him to come back, was he was able to use his real name. And you know who he's married to, don't you, Smokin' Jim? Chelsea Green.
Wow.
Yeah, he's married to Chelsea Green. I'm taking Cody Rhodes in this match this week. Okay, here we go. Fatal four-way. That is on Saturday night's main event. Randy Orton, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn. Who you taking?
Damian Priest.
You know what? I'm going to take Priest too. Either Priest or Randy Orton. Those are one of the two I'm taking. Trick Williams don't have enough experience. He needs to get some seasoning. You know what I mean? So someone said Jesus loves us. I know that. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Jesus does love us. You're exactly correct. I will not deny that at all. All right. But anyway, okay, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky versus Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. I see Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez winning this match. I'm sorry. I like Rhea Ripley. I'm glad she got the title, but I see that happening. What do you think?
No, I got to go with Mama.
Well, we'll see. They could pull it out, but Liv Morgan's a slick little wrestler there. Her and Roxanne, they always come up with something like that. So far, those are 3 matches that have been named for this week's Saturday night's main event. And there'll be a 4th match probably coming up this week on SmackDown as well. Just don't forget we have SmackDown this week, and we will find out what's going on with the rest of the card. Royal Rumble card, it's going to be AJ Styles versus Gunther in a retirement match. If I'm AJ Styles, I'd tell Gunther to eat it. I'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to put my career up. How about you put your career up? How about this just to be a retirement match? But no, AJ got suckered into it. Pierce told him not to even take this match, but he insists on doing it. So we will find out what happens at the Royal Rumble. And the Royal Rumble match is coming up, so everybody and their mother will be in that match. We all know that. And also the Women's Royal Rumble as well. But how about Natty, Natalia, turning on Maxine Dupree in that match against Becky Lynch? What are your thoughts on that one, Smokin' Jim?
Wow. Yeah. I was like everybody else. I was very surprised. What did you think, Ralph?
Oh, I was shocked. I didn't think it was going to happen. She was training Maxine Dupree in the Hart Gym, or in the Hart Dungeon. She was training her. How do you think she got as good as she is? I mean, Maxine Dupree has improved in her wrestling skills. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just tired of seeing her and Becky Lynch. Get Becky some other competition or something. Jeez, oh man, this is getting really old. I mean, seriously. I mean, come on. How about Bailey? Somebody other than Maxine Dupree. You got Nia Jax out there hungry for something. When do you get her fighting Becky Lynch or something? Something. Really, Jade Cargill maybe could have 2 belts. She could be Jade 2 belts. Or whatever. But yeah. So anyway, but that's the story there. And last night, as I mentioned earlier, Adam Pearce finally took control of his show and went after the Vision last night. He was outside the ring as an observer, watching to make sure it was fair. Of course, Logan Paul pulled out the brass knuckles to no avail. Rey Mysterio ended up with the brass knuckles, and he used them. I have nothing to say about that. What do they say? Thereabouts is fair play, Smokin' Jim. So, you know what? That's fair play. So just let them, do their thing. And I thought that was, so, all right, we got some people here saying hello and what's up. Hello, how are you? What's up? Anthony says hello. Let's see here. We got, Monteeb says hello. We have some more. Can we talk about some football? No, this is wrestling. We talked football earlier on Sports Corner. Or basketball. No, I'm sorry. I would love to talk basketball as well, but we're talking till the football season officially ends here. We're going to be talking about football all the way till the end of the Super Bowl, probably. All right. And hello, Gray. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Okay. Let's get back into this. Raw last night wasn't a bad show. I thought it was okay. CM Punk versus Finn Balor. I expected CM Punk to win that match. I thought Finn Balor put up a good fight, Smokin' Jim. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it was a great match. But like you said, Ralph, we knew CM Punk would win that.
Yeah, exactly. And my question is, how long do we see CM Punk with this title? I don't know. I know Elimination Chamber's coming up after Royal Rumble. That's the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania. Will one of the champions be involved in this year, or are they going to have 2 chamber matches where whoever wins goes to fight the champ, which they could do? And you know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea, because your champ wouldn't get beat up in that match. Okay. And then also in that match, the champ doesn't have to actually, doesn't have to be pinned. Somebody else could be pinned, and they could lose the match. So, I mean, so we'll see what happens there. And, all right, let's see what's going on with SmackDown for this Friday, as we're going to.
Let me get in on that prediction.
Go ahead.
About CM Punk, how long he'll hold on to the title. I mean, you were the one, the first one I heard that predicted CM Punk would win the title at some point. I never thought he would, but you predicted that. And I think CM Punk can beat anybody, but I think he can be beaten can get beat by anybody as well. So since you predicted he win the title, how long do you think he'll hold on to that title?
Well, they didn't bring him in not to hold the title. I mean, when they brought him into the AEW, he was the champ. And now he's the champ again. And I knew sooner or later it was going to happen because I guess that was part of bringing him in, to the WWE was so that he could be the champ. So we will find out exactly what's going on this week on the or next week on Raw. If he continues to see what's going on, as he continues his reign as champ, I don't see it too long. I see Gunther probably getting it back, or somebody from the Vision. I'm not sure. And then we have to figure out too, WrestleMania. It might even take longer than that for Seth Rollins to get back. I'm hearing there's going to be some revenge there. I'm hearing stories about him and Roman Reigns teaming up and CM Punk and going after the Vision. I'm not sure when or how that's going to happen, but as of right now, that's what they're saying. It could happen sooner than later, but we will find out exactly what's going on.
What did Seth Rollins hurt?
Oh gosh,
You know?
it was around September, I think, maybe October.
I mean, you know the injury.
Yeah, he hurt his leg. He hurt his leg.
Okay.
No, his shoulder. I think he hurt his shoulder. Or something. Yeah, yeah. It's a severe injury. I know that. That I do know. So
Okay.
But yeah, so that's it. It's just amazing how I'm trying to get the card here for this Friday's SmackDown so we can talk about that a little bit here. And I didn't see anything here. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can come up with here for the card for this week. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. All right, SmackDown card. Last stop before Saturday night's main event. And that will be this Saturday in Montreal as well. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, Solo Sikoa and his MFPs are going to fight the Wyatts again. Well, again, here we go. Another rivalry or whatever, that kind of thing. And, so. But anyway, someone said here maybe CM Punk will have it longer. I think he will. I think he'll have it a little bit longer than most people think. Yeah, we heard about Bo Nix, Monty. Thank you. Yeah, we already know about Bo Nix. This is a wrestling show. We're talking about WWE, AEW, and TNA, and MLW, and that kind of thing. All right. So we spoke about sports on Sports Corner. So just to let you know about that. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see. Looking to find out here we go. Nathan Frazier versus Johnny Gargano. Now, Nathan Frazier's that long-haired, blonde-haired kid that's with the mask guy, and they're in that tag team Smokin. Jim, what do you think of this match this week?
Yeah, I started following Frazier when he was in the NXT. He was a very talented wrestler over there as well. Yeah, Johnny's so tricky, man. The experience. I think the experience will pay off. I think Johnny wins that one.
Yeah.
What you think, Ralph?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I like Johnny Gargano. I always have. He's a good wrestler. Him and Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa's been kind of on a slump lately, but we'll see what happens there. WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Wyatt 6 versus the MFTs. Does the MFTs finally win, or does the Wyatt 6 hold on to the titles? What do you think?
MFTs.
Yeah, the MFTs. I think their time is here, but I think WWE's trying to let the Wyatt 6 hold on to this a little bit longer because the Wyatt 6 haven't done anything. I mean, since they've come back since Bray Wyatt's death, they haven't really been around. They haven't done anything, and to give them the championship and they haven't done anything is counterproductive. I mean, it really is. I mean, I don't like the MFTs. I don't like Solo Sikoa. I'm taking the Wyatt 6. I hope they keep the titles, and we'll see what happens there. Okay, number one contenders match for the women's tag team belts. All right, it's a triple threat match. Julia and Kiana James versus Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Smoking Jim, but I'm taking Nia Jackson, Lash Legend in this match. What do you think?
I tell you what, you're two big physical young ladies. Lot of power. You know what? I gotta side with you on this one, bro.
Yeah, it's all right. A pre Saturday night main event match. Trick Williams versus Damian Priest. I'm taking Priest in this match. What do you think?
Damian Priest.
Yeah, I'm taking him in this match as well. All right, Smoking Jim, anything you want to add about WWE before we move on? Because I got some AEW news that's going to really get everybody going here. That's going to wet their whistle. So
go ahead and move on. Go ahead and move on, brother.
All right, AEW. Now, is Don Callis looking for a suicide? Is he looking to get killed? Don Callis going out trying to agitate the Death Riders? Are you crazy? What is wrong with you, Don Callis? I thought you had more brains than that. You know? I mean, come on. Of all people to screw with, you're screwing with Jon Moxley and the Death Riders. Are you aware, Don Callis, of the danger you're putting your family in? This group is crazy and obnoxious. And when they need to get physical and ignorant, they can do it. Okay? So I just don't get this, Don Callis. Of all people to agitate, you had to do Jon Moxley. Your thoughts on this, Smoking Jim?
Yeah, you said it best, man. And you know, I'm a Don Callis fan. That's my guy.
Oh, I know. I mean, you know.
But you said it right, man. He got himself in.
What's he got, a
in
death
over his
wish
head.
or something?
Yeah,
I mean, come on. I mean,
must.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, why would you add, you know, what do I always say? Don't poke the bear. And Jon Moxley's the bear. And you're poking somebody who is an obnoxious individual, a crazy wrestler, and somebody you don't want to screw with. And why Don Callis would do that is beyond me. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand where it's coming from, and I don't understand why in the world Don Callis would even consider that. I mean, you know, maybe he was trying to defend his family, because I know him and Moxley were at the commentary table together, and you know, you just don't see anything like that. I look like Rikishi. Oh, wow. Wonderful. Thank you. I'm glad I look like Rikishi. All right. I wish I had his money. So there you go. All right. But anyway, so, all right. Also, Samoa Joe, you know, he's got his little faction going there. He's got Powerhouse Hobbs in the faction. He's also got Hook, who is Taz's son. And he's got a few other guys in there as well. Your thoughts on what's going on this? I'm hearing now that Powerhouse Hobbs, listen to this, his contract is about to run out. Rumor has it he may be going to the WWE. What do you think?
Sounds like everybody's going to the WWE, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't know. One thing I know about the AEW, they put together a nice fight card wrestling show every single week, and it's exciting. But I guess it's kind of like the AFL and NFL, you know, back before the merger. So let's keep our ears and eyes open and see what happens.
John Ross Sapp from Wrestling Inc., who is a very good reporter and one of the better, other than Dave Meltzer, when it comes to professional wrestling, says Powerhouse Hobbs will be at Royal Rumble and will be in the match. So you're going to see Powerhouse Hobbs. Whether that'll be his name or not is beyond that. And I'm also hearing Wardlow maybe signing with the WWE. His contract is still with AEW, has not run out yet, will be running out soon. Rumor has it he could be in the Royal Rumble as well, signed by the WWE. So you got a lot of guys coming. Guys, that's another one I forgot about. Mike Tomlin, real quick. Guys, guys. The collective guys. And so But anyway, let's get back to this here. But another AEW guy who is leaving and going to WWE. And, so you're watching and listening to the Wrestletalk show. We're here on the Sports Nuts Network, and we're also on the, not only on the Sports Nuts Network, but we're also on our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and the Twitter X platform as well. And also, don't forget to tune into us every single Tuesday, 5 to 6 p.m. on our social media platforms as well, and along with the Sports Nuts Network. Okay, I want to get into what's going on this week. We have watched this video real quick here because don't forget tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. here. Yeah, the Ralph's Opinion Show with me, Ralph Williams, every single Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. 8:30 tomorrow night. I am going to be on the Sports Scope show with Robert Butler in Tennessee. He covers the Tennessee Titans, and we're going to talk about what's going on with the Titans. But he's having me on to come on and talk about Mike Tomlin, him stepping down, what I think the Steelers are going to do. So you can tune in 8:30, YouTube and Facebook, Robert Butler and the Sports Scope show. I'll be on with him tomorrow night at 8:30 on his network to talk a little bit about that. And then later on, I'll be on with Smokin Jim here, as we're going to be on the Steel City Sports World show also. And then also don't forget on Saturday morning, as we start the triple header of Ralph Williams Saturday, The Ralph Williams Show every single Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on 1250 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial as well. And then also, don't forget at 10 a.m., the Saturday Sports Show. Here we go. All right, that's the Saturday Sports Show every Saturday, 10 a.m. on the Sports Nuts Network here, and we're also on our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and the Twitter X platform as well. All right, also don't forget tomorrow, 3 to 4 p.m. Yeah, don't forget about the Ralph Williams Show in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love. And my guest will be Tony Moreno, former Republican mayoral candidate in the city of Pittsburgh. He will be on to talk about ICE, to talk about these governments turning away ICE. You cannot do that. Tony will explain that tomorrow, 3 to 4 p.m. on the Ralph Williams Show as well. But getting back to Saturday, the triple header of Ralph Williams Saturday, also 2 to 3 p.m. Ralph Williams with me, Ralph Williams, Smokin Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree, the Sports Corner Radio Show, 1250 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. We'll continue to talk about the Mike Tomlin and stepping down the coaching search for the Steelers, the NFL games that have happened this past weekend, and our picks for the games coming up this weekend, and also who's going to be the Steelers coach. And we'll break down the championship game, college football championship game, all this Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m. on the Sports Corner Radio Show with me, Ralph Williams, Smokin Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. All right, let's get back into some more of this wrestling talk as well. let's talk about TNA for a minute. They started their journey this past Thursday or last Thursday on the AMC network, Smokin' Jim. They are now on AMC, American Movie Classics, 9 o'clock start time every Thursday for TNA. And when I understand, Mike Santana has won the title back there for TNA. And so we'll find out what goes on as we go. And, you have TNA Impact every single time. They have Genesis, I think, coming up real soon here. That's going to be, so it's going to be an interesting thing to see what's going on with TNA as they move forward. They're starting to kick back up in getting into the wrestling hunt here, along with AEW and along with in their partnership with the WWE. See some of the wrestlers crossing over. Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth has re-signed with TNA, so he'll be back with them. His one match against as Dolph Ziggler against John Cena was a one match only, but I hear some stories he may show up at an NXT event. So let's see what happens there with the working relationship between TNA, WWE, NXT, and whatnot there, Smokin' Jim. I think it's a good partnership. What do you think?
Yes, I agree with you 100%. You and I always talk about, just, just so many good federations out there and working together to continue to build wrestling, which I think is the number one sport to me in the world. Just continue to build and build and build. There's so many great young guys coming up from all shapes and sizes. I mean, look at how many guys now that's under 200 pounds, 175 pounds, and able to compete with those big guys, man. So it's because they grew up watching the sport and they love the sport and the fans love them. So I agree with you, Ralph. It's a good thing.
All right. WrestlingNewsSource.com is reporting, Smokin' Jim, that Jim Ross will not be involved in this week's Dynamite. He had a fall at his home. So I hope that everything is okay with Jim Ross, JR. He was supposed, as you well know, this is the 6th anniversary of AEW. I had the privilege, I was in Raleigh, North Carolina, taking care of some family matters in 2019, and I was sitting in the back of my aunt's deck of her townhouse down in Raleigh, North Carolina, with a nice big fat stogie lit up, and I was sitting there with my tablet watching Double or Nothing, and I got to see two good matches: Dustin Rhodes versus Cody Rhodes. That was a bloodbath. And then I got to see Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley. That was a good match. Those two matches alone were good.
Wow.
And that was the two matches. It was free. They had it on some, I forget what network it was on. It was on some kind, I think it was on Pluto or something. It was on one of those streaming networks. And then they were able to work out a deal to be on TNT and TBS. I attended along with my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time. We attended the first Pittsburgh event of AEW, and I got to meet MJF. And Cody had recognized me from when I used to do security for ROH, and I got to meet MJF. He come up, put his hand behind my shoulder, and he said, "How are you?" I said, "Good." He said, "I'm Maxwell Jacob Friedman." I said, "I know," and then he said. And at the time, Jericho had his little faction going, and CM Punk was part of the equation there, and so it was. That's when it was really good times there at AEW, when they had all these top-notch wrestlers there at one time, at one point, and so it seems like a lot of they're doing what they call the wrestling shuffle between WWE and AEW and TNA and all that other stuff, and so. We'll find out what goes on. Is that shuffle?
Let me ask you this, because my taping time cut off before the decision. But did MJF win on last week?
Yeah, he did. I think he did.
Okay.
I think he fought Bandino, and I think he won. Yeah, he won. He
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
Bandito.
It was whatever time it was supposed to go off. That's when the tape went off, and it was still time left in the match. I'm like, oh, that happens. That happens sometimes. Um, these matches go over the set time, the network time. So you lose it. I said, I know Ralph would know. But
Yeah.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You're talking about a stogie. Have you ever had a good Cuban?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I have the best cigar that I like is Punch. I like their cigars, Punch. Punch, Punch cigars. Very good
Wow.
cigars.
Wow.
Those are my favorites.
Okay.
I smoked the Punch when I knew a guy who drove a cab, and he would be at the airport, and when he knew he was going to be there for several hours, he would light a cigar up, and then
Wow.
if I wanted to take a break or rest up a little bit, I would pull in the lot, and he would come up to me and go, "Hey, Ralph, you want a stogie?" I said, "Sure, I'll smoke one with you." And he would pull out these big Punch cigars, and we would stand there and smoke one. That's when I could
You
walk.
can't be
So.
you cabbies had it made. You
Oh, I
guys had it
know. I know.
made.
We wear the flat hat and the stogie in our mouth, and yeah. That was the days when
Yeah.
you could smoke in your cab and smoke out. Now you can't smoke anywhere anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
unless it's in the privacy of your own home. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I could sit here and tell you some of the. I've had some wrestlers in my cab. I've met some wrestlers professionally, either working security for ROH and also working, driving a cab. One night I had the privilege of picking up The Undertaker, Paul Bearer, and Henry Godwin at the airport Marriott in Pittsburgh and taking them down to the Mellon Arena.
Wow.
Undertaker was fighting Mabel for the King crown. You remember the King of the Ring? They used to really promote
Yeah.
that very heavily. And
Hmm.
yeah, he was fighting Mabel, Big Mabel. So, yeah, I had them three in the cab. I had Moolah. I had Mei Lin in the cab. I picked them up at the old
Wow.
Holiday Inn in the Moon and took them down
Wow.
to the Mellon Arena. I've had them in the cab, and so and then I met Batista, and I met Rey Mysterio
Wow.
at the airport
Wow.
Marriott when I worked there as a bellman. I took their luggage up,
Wow.
and
Wow.
I got to see Dirty Dom when he was little, and he had blonde hair. So
Wow.
yeah, this was back like 2009 or 8 or something like that. Yeah,
Hmm.
when he was like really little, really small, before he became Dirty Dom. That kind of
Well,
thing. So
here's a question I always wanted to ask you.
what's that?
What happened to cabs?
Well, Uber and Lyft came in. The share ride programs, cabs couldn't meet the demand. Let me put it to you this way: cab companies nowadays it's all about renting. They treat it like a rent-a-car business. The companies will rent the cab out to you. You pay a lease. You pay for your gas. It's very expensive. It's not cheap, and you have to go out there and really hustle. There were days I put 18-hour days in to make money. It's a difficult thing, and especially in Pittsburgh. And the Lyft and Uber have put they've put even jitneys out of business because at one
Wow.
point jitneys were starting to overcharge people. But cabs,
Okay.
they haven't faded away. They're still there. They're doing online reservations now, just like Uber and Lyft. They're running school trips now. I know because I still, believe it or not, know the current CEO of the Z Trip cab. Believe it or not, I know who, I know him. I've worked for him in the past, and I worked when I was at Yellow Cab, but I've worked for him in the past in a pizza franchise. That's how far back we go, in the late 80s, early
Wow.
90s. So,
Wow.
but anyway, I'm not going to go there about him anyway. But Z Trip now is running like school trips. They're thinking outside the box. You had to do different things because Uber and Lyft were competing, and it's very difficult to get cabs. I mean, they're independent contractors. They don't. You really can't. You can't tell them what to do. I gave them a suggestion, but they didn't want to hear it from me. And so the hold on a minute here. Let me see what this says. Did Taker stay in character in the cab? Yes, he did. He did. He stayed in character. He was just, but anyway, one other thing I wanted to ask, where I wanted to say here was, when you're an independent contractor, it's hard to do. And I told Yellow Cab this. They didn't want to hear from my suggestion. What you do is you take everybody at Yellow Cab that wants to, and you put their name or their driver's ID into a hat or into a little one of them little roller boxes, like you turn the roll when they're doing a contest or something, or the bingo or whatever, and put it in there. Draw 10 numbers, 10 ID numbers, and of the 10 that you draw, they will become employees of the cab company. You have 10 drivers. You have them run trips, and you tell them where to go. You go to Bellevue, you go to Homewood, you go wherever. You get these trips, you pay them benefits. 10 drivers, 10.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure a company that makes as much money as they were making at the time could afford 10 drivers to pay benefits to. Okay. And, so they didn't want it. They didn't want nothing to do with none of that. So they had none of their stuff worked. And the PUC finally had enough, the Public Utility Commission, and they start letting Uber and Lyft do whatever they feel like it. And now, Z-Trip is kind of hurting. I mean, I still talk to some guys I still know in the business, and they tell me it's okay, but they've had to change how they do things. I knew guys that were airport jockeys that are now running school trips and grocery trips and stuff like that, because the airport at the time, everybody's Lyft and Uber. And I did Lyft for a little while. I made a lot of money doing Lyft. I made more money doing Lyft than I ever did driving a cab, probably. And, after COVID, I had to become an airport jockey because we were getting all these short trips with all these derelicts and characters and $5 trips down the street and up the block and, no tip, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I got tired of it. I promised myself, Smokin' Jim, I would never be an airport shifter. I hated shifting to the airport. But you know what? When it came time, I had to think outside the box. I had to change my perspective, and I did. I made more money doing that. I got a lot of out-of-town trips. I got a lot of trips that went for a lot more money than what I would have made driving a cab. So, But that's what's happening right now. Cabs are a thing of the past, and now they're talking about self-driving cabs now. They're talking about that now, Smokin' Jim. So,
really?
Yeah, they're talking about self-driving cabs. They're experimenting with it right now. In about 5 years, it should happen.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, and the self-driving cars are back in Pittsburgh. A couple companies are back that got chased out, or whatever. And they're back now and investing in the city. And good for them. So, Smokin' Jim, anything you want to add before we wrap things up here for Wrestletalk tonight?
No, what an awesome show, man. What an awesome day, man. What an awesome host, and Ralph Williams.
Thank you. I am Ralph Williams. I am the host of Wrestletalk. And let me talk to you. What do you want to talk about? All right. So, don't forget our email, ralphwilliams737@gmail.com. If you have anything you want to add, you can contribute to our email. We got so busy with the Sports Corner show, I actually forgot to even mention that as well. But so we'll see what happens from there and go from there with that as well. Smokin' Jim, stay on the line after when we get off the air. I have to ask you a personal question that I need to ask in regards to our radio show. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. For Smokin' Jim Frazier, I'm Ralph Williams. This has been Wrestletalk. Don't forget to catch us next Tuesday, 5 to 6 p.m. here on the Sports Nuts Network and also on all of our other social media platforms. Please don't forget tomorrow night, 7:30, the Sports Nuts show. Sports Nuts now is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:30 p.m. on their network. Check it out on their YouTube channel, Facebook page, Twitter, X, and also all across the country on numerous radio stations and around the world. Please like and subscribe to our pages Pensman Sports, Brandon Keeler, also Brian Pettit, Tiger Stripes Media, Pensman Sports right here. Don't forget to tune into him. It's the Sports Nuts Network, which you see above me here, all right, as well at the top. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all of our channels. We're on TikTok. We're on excuse me. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter X. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm also on the Instagram. That's it, Instagram. We're on Instagram as well. TikTok. We're putting shorts out now and doing different things. Starting in February, I'm going to be putting every day a Ralph report out there of some type, or it will be the sports Ralph report or the wrestling Ralph report. There's going to be a post Raw and a post SmackDown thing I'm going to be putting out. That's starting in February. So I just want to let you know about that as well. For Smokin' Jim Frazier, I'm Ralph Williams. Have yourself a great one. And please, by all means, please be safe. And thank you once again for watching. And by all means, please be safe. Thank you.